Why, hello again. Uh, Never mind, I'm starting. Oh, I can't start. It needs focus. Gosh, it's been so long, I can barely remember where I was up to. If I remember correctly, after the last time, when I cleaned up a bunch of things, I left the thing for lighting all the torches in the gutter in order to make that one phantom appear. So I went and did that, found the torch that I was missing, which, if I remember correctly, was that one over there where my lance is pinning right now. Oh, get out of the way. Over there, that one. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go beat up that phantom, and then we can continue doing the thing. Doing the thing. I think they show up down here somewhere. That's the one. Need a fashion upgrade. I haven't got great turning to start with this thing. Oh, I was just about to ask where you were. Oh, you're not as bad as Dennis, at least. Thank you. I wanted that armor. In fact, I'm gonna wear that armor. I don't want the veil. I don't know where you get the good thing. For some reason this set has multiple heads. No, that was just an NPC. Have we? I don't think we've seen another player yet. Anyway, that's all I want to do. Now we can continue on where we were, which I think was Harvest Valley. Around there. Strider, I don't suppose I could ask you to find out for me where you find the other headpieces for this set. There are 3, if I remember correctly, and I want the one that isn't this one and isn't the mask. But I have no idea where to find it. I looked it up recently. Bugger if I can remember anything. Wait, I'll get to these other ones in time. I could go back to the bonfire and keep coming back until I get all 3, but it's undertaking. I remember having some real trouble getting path up here unlocked. Not this one, because that's just fall down. The one behind this. Ooh. Get past you. Without you killing me, ideally. Ooh, that was close. That attack does a lot of damage as slow as it is. That much damage, in fact. That's a little while away. Actually, I think that's quite a while away, isn't it? Oh well. I can stick with this for now. That's right, they always fall down the goddamn holes. Bad news. I forgot what a lot of losers were down here. Calm down. I liked having them come one at a time. Okay, there's a couple of things up here, then I go and get that chest that I looked at and didn't grab just now. And then I think I can be on my way. There's a lot of stuff here. Most of it's not that useful, but these spices can be. And I think they especially will be given my mixing stuff and the fact that I intend to stop at the barest minimum to get good dark damage. Which is 30 intelligence and 30 faith. Some hexes require more than those things. Spices are how you can help deal with that. Short rather than just raising your stats. Stat points are valuable, I don't want to waste them. I really don't have that much reason to keep increasing intelligence and faith after I get to those. If I remember correctly, this one isn't a path, this one is just death. The fact that that's a bloodstain that did that, I think that one might be the bad one. And it's kind of tricky because it's right at the end of the path and think, okay, I'll finally jump down into this poisony area, and that one just kills you. No shame. I want that assault. I guess I want to kill it as well, but probably should have decided that before. And I missed one of those things. Watch. It's well worth grabbing. Actually, this poison area might be trouble. So easy to get lost down here. You can't see. Ow. Oh, and there's shit. I forgot that there's shit down here as well. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Wrong green thing. I hit attack instead of pick up. I think if you bring a torch down here, you can help. That helps you see. But I didn't remember that. I think there is something of note down there though, so I'll heal up, take a torch, see what I can see. I don't think you have to go down there. Remember, I think the way you have to go is the other way. There's stuff. The reason why that particular line, which I'm sure no one recognises, keeps popping into my head will become apparent once I start streaming the next thing that I have in mind. Won't be today. I've got this poisonous weapon, maybe I should use it. Oh, I'm poisoned. Didn't really jump into that with a very good plan. That's probably why I died. I'm not going to keep scrabbling around in the poison area. I don't know if there's anything worth getting down there. I don't remember. You remember who's chucking that stuff? Is it someone all the way up there? It is. Can't even see them, so there's no way I'm going to be able to stop them. Well, that's about the worst way this could have gone. I am Shane. I just want the stuff. Once I have this stuff, I can ignore them. I don't remember what the stuff is. That's not the point. The point, this whole area is a bit of a drag, but luckily it's not too long. Like, really, once I've gathered this stuff, a quick visit down there, and then I think possibly a quick visit around the other way. Then I just go, and I never have to hang around here again. I didn't know you attacked twice. I apologize. It takes too much life for me to survive. This poison is no doubt around the corner. I tried equipping more poison resistant stuff, but it really didn't seem to help that much. It just comes on too strong. I wish you wouldn't fall into the hole every time. Just this last item? Where's the second tunnel? I'll take it. Skeletons are silly. I've got all the items down there, they won't bother me again. If you don't get too close to them, they don't even attack you. This will very quickly become more interesting. Oh, you stayed up here, can I get to you? Thank you. Chump. Might as well join this covenant, I haven't got any reason not to. I'm never going to use it. I'm never going to use any of these covenants. I should probably just stay in the way of blue. There is a covenant over here, if I was so inclined to take it. Most important item. I still prefer Warcry though. Unlike those heathens in the chat. I haven't played in 2 weeks. I'm willing to allow that to justify it. I do remember you buggers though, because they... surprisingly problematic. Oh right, because you're one of those. I thought you were one of the other things. Those things that you bump into very rarely. I think there's a couple in this area. Like, these guys just wade through the poison. I appreciate that. Oh, I think... oh shit. Well, they died. You pain in the face. That out. I think there's ground here. Provided I don't mind getting poisoned once again. Oh, you're here. I briefly considered getting your armor, but...
Still on the road, are you? Sorry to have burdened you so. This is for you, by way of an apology. I found my thoughts growing hazy. My memories are fading, oldest first. The curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened. Terribly so. If everything should fade, what will be left of me?
I don't know.
I had an older brother. We learned to fence together. He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror. I never even compared to him. In fact, I never beat him. Not once. But then, one day, he was gone. Lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse. If only someone would...
Is everyone cursed?
My brother must have come here, too. Soon I may forget even...
Not a curse on a person, but rather the world.
If only someone...
Fortunately, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not summoning people again. Is worthwhile? I mean, poison bite ring, it's probably the area for it. Except I'm likely to get poisoned again. There should be a way to get rid of the poison that's on you faster. I don't think. Just too much effort. It's like they give up. Nope. What did I say about not likely to get poisoned again? I mean, we're here now. You're free. I think this fellow is doing the exact same thing I'm about to do. I wonder if there's even wax on these. Probably why there's something else being used. Maybe this'll do it. No, I guess not. Let's line up an angle first. I don't know if there's any reason to do this, but might as well find out. No, no there isn't. Okay, good. Nice to know. I remember you as well. Excuse me. I thought these were weird mushroom things for a while. I didn't even notice the insect part of them. I'm not actually sure what that does. The red status? This is a boss, isn't it? If I recall, a largely unremarkable one. Look how much damage I did in one hit. What do you even do? I don't remember what you do. Jump? I saw that already. Swing, I suppose. This thing's really useless. I'm happy to kill it sooner or later. Haven't you got a roll or something? Okay, I take it back. Anyway, that was fun. Covetous demon. Eh? How about we rank covetous demon? I mean, it's just a, for lack of a better phrase, a jab of the heart, isn't it? Where does this go? It's just useless. It's not even useless in the same way that Gaping Dragon is, because Gaping Dragon has a bunch of life and you might get hit by something. Covetous Demon you could probably kill before you get hit. Like, before it has much of a chance to hit you. Some of those moves are pretty Pretty big gaps there. It's not terrible, it's just useless. Sort of in the same way that Pinwheel is. And Pinwheel wound up pretty low on this list now that I'm seeing it. Pinwheel has even less life. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm tempted to say below Taurus Demon at least. Probably below Gwyn. And Pinwheel at least does interesting things with all the cloning and everything. So I'm thinking... yeah. Uncommon. Unless you go there like very early in the game, like earlier than you should probably be in the catacombs, then yeah, that's the sort of experience you'll get from a Pinwheel. I'm thinking, Royal Rat Authority. It's better than Royal Rat Authority. Rat Authority can get stuff. That's probably how you spell it, right? Let me check my inventory for the soul very quickly. Yep, that's right. Yeah, there we go. Back to the action. Remember, I don't think you can go up these stairs. Does even go anywhere? I think maybe later you can come back down that way, but why would you? Not down here. Now this area I found to be a bit of a pain. We'll see how it goes. I think all of these things have poison in them. If they had an item in there, then they'd probably be fairly well noted. Well, I'm probably gonna get surprised by that bugger eventually. Didn't have enough stamina to dodge. That was inevitable. I saw the wind up and I couldn't do anything about it. I need like a seat that doesn't have wheels. Like a better backrest. Posture is just terrible in this thing. You learn to hate those things. I have no idea what this does. Let's pull it. Alright. Oops. Why do I keep mixing those buttons up? I don't remember if there's any reason to have this up or down. I don't think this does anything. You just break it like everything else. Looks like an illusion wall, but I don't think it is. Or if it is, then you get to it from the other side. Ow. I'll shoot you in the head? I hate it when you're trying to do precision stuff and the hitbox, the collision does not line up with the actual geometry. I like having a nice big powerful weapon. It makes those things a bit more trivial. At least when they're running straight at you from miles away. Is there another one for that? Anna? I don't get it. Such an entrance, so majestic. Pike. I think the name Pike is very, like, properly onomatopoeic for what a pike is. It's pointy. Why do I get the feeling I can't make that jump? I'm gonna take that message at its word. Wait, where am I going? I need to go up the ladder. Oh shit. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to bang the microphone. Sticks out quite a bit further from my actual head. I kind of like how flashy these buggers try to be. They're pains, but I appreciate their style. You can really see the difference the Leo ring makes. Well, counterattacks, I guess. Maybe the Leo ring isn't doing that much for me. Yeah, I did not enjoy this area that much. It's not very visually interesting either. Well, it's not terrible, but it's all just brown and how are you supposed to know to burn that? Normally there's a bunch of messages that tell you. Also, I'm pretty sure I did it the first time through, so I've never been through here without burning it. I think it affects the boss room. I think there's some hint somewhere. I mean, except for the fact you set light to metal, that's some stupid right there. I guess it's sort of hinted by that one fellow who's just standing here guarding seemingly nothing. You know, there's not no hint, but it's not especially clear. They closed the gate on me? Rude buggers. Where are you going? I remember that trap because it got me the first time. And possibly more than once after that. That was the dumbest fight I've ever had in this game. Ow. Anyone following me? Who even hit me? If I remember correctly, that yeah, one of those. I don't get completely covered in poison. Hey, you can see that fellow from up here as well. And absolutely no real indication of how to get to him. Well, maybe not no indication. God damn it. God, no. Do it again. I mean, at least it's getting me using them. I don't think they hide items in these things. That's the bugger I was thinking of. That I mistook the other bugger for. Bit of a waste, but I don't know. This is seeming like the way to go, and I don't want to go the way to go. I want to go the way that isn't the way to go so I can get more stuff. I don't know what these guys do. Yeah, apart from... I don't know what their moveset is. How about that? If I remember correctly, that's the boss, but I'm not going in there just yet. I still have business to attend to. I think there's a bonfire up here. Somewhere. That one's fairly obvious, wasn't it? I forgot they did that. Right, that's where the bonfire is. I'm not going to rest just yet because I don't want everything respawning on me. Just an exercise in killing things precisely without having a bunch of poison cover you. Also, I think I somehow completely failed to find this room when I first played. It's not exactly hidden. Oh, also I think... Yeah, this isn't... I don't want this. Okay. Poison yourself, that's fine. I think that's a mostly useless one. I'm not going to waste a stone on that. I don't even know how many stones I've got. Anyway, now that I've got that bonfire lit, that gives me a clear run to the boss. However, I still have to explore a little bit over this way. Oh, that's who was attacking me. Wait, nope. Shit. Didn't go the way I planned. I knew those bugs were hidden around there somewhere, but I didn't know exactly where. I don't think there'll be too much resistance if I try and go from here. There'll be a couple of fellows unhappy about me being here. The poison in this area is really kind of tedious, isn't it? There. Now I think I'm free to do what I need to do. Circle strafing in Dark Souls. Like an FPS. I like it. Oh. Fuck. Wasn't ready for that. Oh, that's the wrong button. I don't think you can actually hit me from here. Which is good, because I don't want to go over there. Can I make it over there? Yes. That attack is surprisingly damaging, so I'd really rather not be right next to her when she does it. Nope. Took more hits than I was expecting. Yes, that's right. You're down here.
Well, we meet again.
Haven't spoken to
There's
Pete
treasure
in a
this
while.
way, but I have a bad feeling about it. I don't quite have the guts myself. Well,
That's right, this one was always confusing because Pate's whole thing is that he tries to sort of lure you into bad situations. And this one really isn't that bad, you just... I mean, I'm making it bad because this is done a backstab. Heal, please heal. Fuck. The moment I went for it, I knew I'd made a mistake. Because yeah, that first one he leaves you into is like, you know, gate closes behind you and a bunch of people show up. People, all those, whatever. And they mess you up. But this one, there's really not much to it. You just drop down and take this stuff and he's fine. This is my new tactic. Put myself in a bad situation. Oh no, sprinting. Don't do anything crazy now. I don't like this area very much. Bonfire's only marginally better to go where I'm trying to go than the other bonfire. Avoid rolling into the poison if my life depended on it, and it generally does. Maybe I should pop an effigy just to get me in the blue. That's not a phrase. What the hell am I talking about? What are you aiming at? How did I miss one? Who did I half kill? Did that one that fall off not actually die? Want my stuff? Thanks. It's a bit better. Now there's this bugger. What's further than this? Is this where you fall down? You fall down? Anything up there? On. Oh. I feel like I'm putting myself in a bad situation. I don't think there's anything up there. Pain in the arse. Can't help but wonder if there's anything actually valuable down here. I'm suspecting not. I'm gonna try going to the other bonfire. But then you have to climb that out. Yeah, fuck the other bonfire. Effigy. Leave. Use. What can I use? Thank you. your life. I could jump down, but then I'd have to fight those other buggers. And I don't care to do that. I guess I need to kill you first. Poison like last time, but didn't happen. Getting sick of fighting these guys. How can I even see? They haven't got a head. Neither do skeletons. Where do these bugs even jump from? Are they up there? Must be. Let's go this way instead. I feel like a backstab. Suppose in theory you should get used to looking for them. This area over here is pretty treacherous. I made a pretty good gif of my time up here. That worked out for me. Do I just go? Go. It's not even immediately clear what treasure Pate's talking about. Door doesn't have any kind of detail in any way. There's no opening thing either. It doesn't. Barely any hinges.
Well, good to see that you survived. Perhaps you're more rugged than I thought. In any case, the treasure is yours, since you went ahead, took the leap.
Already took it.
I prefer a more cautious approach. For instance, I've heard that a man is out for my life. Now, what misunderstanding could have ever led to that? The poor bloke must have quite an imagination.
They don't like each other very much. Or rather, Creighton doesn't like him very much. Let's prep myself a little better. Since I know there's an ambush. Oh, that worked. I think they're too far back. You'd have to be really precise if you could. I guess that's the hint that there's something here. That is an NPC. Using a small summon sign. Yeah, I didn't know there was more than the spice. Somehow I missed that you could just keep running across here when I first played.
Shush. You idiot. Stay quiet. I'm on the run. Don't give me away. You're a fugitive too, eh? Yeah? Why else would you be here? It's got death written all over it. You want to climb down here?
Do
I can lend you a ladder.
I mean, I do,
But,
but...
how much can you offer me? Why, yep. I'm trying to help you, you know. Have you no gratitude? Downright rude, really. But I've got a soft heart, so I let you off. This once.
I guess the implication is that I didn't want to give him any souls.
All right. It'll be just a moment.
Such a tenuous
Go
connection
on
for that
ahead.
ladder.
I won't offer this deal twice. Oh. Psst. Have you heard? Well, apparently, there's this monster lady, right? And the poison, well, does wonders for her body. You know, health and beauty and that sort of stuff. And I thought only human women were so petty.
Shut up. Does sell some interesting items that you can only get here. I don't think I particularly need any, but...
Fine then. All the best.
You wouldn't want to move around too much on that ladder, would you? Actually, 2,000 bucks for a lockstone and some twinkling titanite, and also probably to get him to move back to Majula. Because he does that. A place who actually needs some ladders. I don't know what I plan to do there. That almost got me that time. Almost a T-pose. Almost. Anyway, I think that's all the stuff. Now I can fight the boss. I don't really remember the boss fight. I really don't remember the boss fight very well. This was around where I was becoming useless with the build I had and thus was relying on other people to do the dirty work. There's poison, that's all I remember. Didn't need to be this way. Oh, it didn't need to be this way at all. Do you want a sword, Pems? I can give you a sword. There's no good way to get them from here. Alright, let's give this a go. Dark it up. Oh. She's using a spear. I want to get some idea of what you do because I've forgotten. Other than fuck me up. Pretty sure you shoot lightning? Nope, that's probably what I was thinking of. It's the same scream as those ghosts in Dark Souls 1. You fooled me, I'll give it to you. Maybe I don't even need to fight those things, maybe I can run straight past. Might be easier. And if it saves me trouble, then I'll do it. I don't mind. I just dark weapon up here and do this. That barely worked, but it worked. Okay, I'm gonna have to learn some timing. I should think that if your head wasn't where your head was, you'd still have trouble with perspective and being accurate when you're trying to kill people for some reason. Probably shouldn't try that again. Barely worked the first time. Backstab me? I did before. What am I talking about? Ow. Did that. Like, couldn't you just put your head, like, on something and fight from there? Rather than swinging it around? I think the poison might be, like, heal her, and if you don't burn the thing, then it's pumping in here through the things on the side and it covers more of the area? Could you get in the poison so I can test this theory? Come on, you know you want to. Yeah, see, her life's going up. Pretty slowly, but any amount's more than most enemies. It wasn't that bad though. Just gonna get that name ready so I don't mess it up when I'm typing it in. Mitha, the Baneful Queen. And it's still messed up because I did it wrong. That one. That's the one I want. Where would she go? It's not a terrible fight, really. It's pretty average, really. That's probably why I don't remember it that much. But, I'm gonna say above Kalag. Well, maybe not, actually. Probably closer to a Scorpioness Najka. Maybe number 15, below Sanctuary Guardian. She did die pretty easily. But she killed me a couple of times, that's got to count for something. I'm thinking number 15. Right. Yeah. Just in case you couldn't see where number 15 was. Right. Mitha. It's not highlighted anymore. The Baneful Queen. Is that it? I capitalized the. Probably not. That's probably right. I'll accept it. I'll take it. Let's go. Just gonna double check that. Mitha? Mitha. Yep, I got it right. And now time for a very abrupt scenery change. As is not uncommon in this game. How are we going up? We're nearly at the top of a tower. God only knows where this place is in comparison to where we just were. It's a little. It's a little. Let's go and spend these souls before I forget to, like I did last time. Yeah. I think what Strider pointed out that one time in that GIF where you go through a tunnel and the perspective changes, I think it is sort of... I think it's messing with space in that sort of a way, possibly intentionally. How many shards? I don't have any shards. One level, huh? That's a problem. I can't just pump more souls in and get to second level right now. I need to go out. Stop talking to her, use my items, then talk to her again, get into the menu, crouching down in the process. Let's use 2 of those. That was considerably more than I needed. I might as well use some more now.
Less.
Like, I feel like if they wanted it all to line up well and sensibly, they could do it. They chose not to.
I knew.
It's kind of an interesting contrast to the way that Dark Souls 1 was. I don't need that many. Maybe I
I'll
need
be
to,
around if you make it.
if anyone. Actually, you over here yet? You are over here. Some words for you.
Wait, the name's Gilligan. Don't make me say it twice. All right, what do you want? I have everything you need. You want to go down that awful hole? You must have lost your marbles.
You have.
Fine, sure, fine. I'm happy to be of service. You need a ladder then, sure enough. But you'll have to show some generosity. You just don't get it, do you? Fine then. Now it's my turn.
Wonder if this animation is the same every time. This bit certainly isn't.
Hey, this ladder's not for sale. The only things I sell are miniatures. I mean, if that... Cheers for that.
If you cheap out, you literally just get a tiny boost down on the first thing. That's it. I think I'm gonna have to spend some of these to get better ones. I should have taken notice of the prices.
Well,
12,000 for this one. I might as well get all of them. Who
very
cares?
reasonable. Just you.
Okay, so it is a little different each time.
Hey, this ladder's not
Oh,
for...
shut up.
Cheers for that.
That one takes you down a bit further. Take a lot less damage getting down there. I need a bit more to get there.
Well, that's fine. Well, really, a very generous offer indeed. Especially from you. I get such a warm feeling inside when I get the chance to help others.
Such a dirtbag. This is the one that I actually want, which is why I'm bothering with this rubbish.
Hey, the only...
Shut the hell up.
Cheers for that.
Which one? This one. When does the music start? Don't hold it down too long there. The last one of these forgotten doors, and has a rather important item in here. Well, actually, there's quite a few interesting items down here, but one that is particularly important. Should check out if that staff is better than the staff I've got. That one is the important one. And despite objections that I've heard, I'm probably going to do that DLC before I get super deep in the game. I mean, he does sell some of those items that you might want if you're doing particular things like the bleedy knives and the stuff that makes your weapons cause bleeding damage and the magic resin and so on. Now I get to see if the Iron Keep is going to go better for me than it did the first time, because my build did not do so well here. Much easier than last time. These flaming rocks are surprisingly difficult to survive on. Also, there's a couple of NPCs around here, if I recall correctly, that gave me really quite a lot of trouble. Then also, this was like the first of the areas we went to rather than the fourth, so hopefully it'll be a bit better for me. Still does quite a lot of damage though, must be said. Should be dark weaponed up. Why aren't I? I don't mind taking a cheap end to the fight. She does a lot of damage, and I think the fact that I've got this lance, it's a heck of a lot more poise damage than what I was using the first time I came through. The ability to stun briefly with one attack is not to be sneezed at. Also, I just do a whole lot more damage, so these things aren't going to be as much of a problem. The dark weapon is helping.
What? Who are you? Who, me? I'm Macarold. Who else? What? Have a look at my wares.
I like this accent, just in general.
I'm mainly a treasure hunter, you see. I'm only a merchant on the side. A room about, looking for a find, following me instincts. I don't care what a thing's worth. What matters is whether it grabs me. Do I enjoy what I do? Well, that's a good question. I suppose I must. I've been doing it for ages.
I don't think I need to... the stuff that this fellow is going to sell, though that fragrant branch is probably worth grabbing. And also, never mind, I'm going to spend some
Very well.
I've seen very important purchases in this fellow's inventory.
What?
Ah yes, he also lets you do the incense thing, which lets you lower the requirements for spells. Which I don't think I'm in desperate need of right now. Twisted Barricade even do. Brief moment, spells are deflected. I don't really care about that. Thank you. What I need is this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And maybe a couple of these, just in case. And a couple of these, just in case. Oh, you sell hex that I don't have as well. I want that too. Might as well start gathering the hexes as long as I'm using them.
What?
Do you want me to buy things or not? Buy these as well, why not?
Cheers.
I could use sorceries if I was so inclined. I've got this did again which lets you do stuff to corpses. What enemies actually leave corpses? Those mannequins did. I might Might take this out of my rotation. Really not being that helpful. I think the effect of being wet isn't obvious enough. Because these things soak you in water and that affects your fire resistance, but you can barely even tell. I appreciate this. I don't think they get back up. I don't think there's a way to turn this off. Maybe I'll just take whatever precautions I can. Like, say, using one of these. It breathes fire in my face. About these great arrow wheeling buggers. This whole area can be a bit of a gauntlet. Oh, that's the right button. I apologize. Wasn't expecting that. Right, bad things are going on behind this door, aren't they? Ow. Fine, I'll go and deal with you. Well, I could not pull out of that last attack by the time it was happening. I could not influence it. My fate was sealed. Oh, bit framey. I think the other fellow's name begins with a D. Darren or Darren? Darren or David or Dennis. That's it. Also a pain in the ass. Try and backstab me. I saw that. Excuse me a second. What sword are you using that you can cast sorceries with? That was so much easier. I had so much trouble with those two last time. This makes this easier enough that I might as well just use it. I'm gonna bother with the ballista. He's lucky. If I'd stabbed a moment later or a moment earlier, that wouldn't have gone as well for me. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't be getting myself this deep. It's still working. Killing these things in one hit, I gotta say, feels pretty good. Oh. You're miles away, stop shooting at me. Lucky. Might as well keep this dark weapon up, it's working very well. That would have gone bad for me if I hadn't made that in time. I want to go down here. Hands off the fire? That's something. Leads down to bad stuff. This leads down to marginally less bad stuff. This lowers the bridge properly. This opens a door. There's something else down here. Might be decoration down there, I don't know if you can go down there. This picks up an item. This opens a different door. I don't think there is a down from here. This kills an enemy? I think a big part of it is the lance, to be fair. Though my hearty dark bonus is certainly helping. Now then, could go up there, but that's not where we're going. Lord knows I'm not running through this bullshit every time. Instead, I will run through it exactly enough to kill a boss. That's our plan. Get back. I have to go through, don't I? Up there in a second. Nope, too late. Didn't think to ring up. You were gonna walk right off that edge for a second. I need life before I need dark weapon. heck are you doing? Okay, whatever. I'd like to save a dark weapon for the boss if I could. Good shot. That was brilliant. Oh shit. The moment I got an arrow in the back, I knew that was going to go poorly. So yeah, I think if you proceed up that ladder that I balked at before, you can just go through this whole area that way. Piece of shit. Or you can fight a boss and get a bonfire, which you want. You want that bonfire. Or someone who bought them. I was considering summoning them. Yes, to your point. Stabbing at nothing, I look like a fool. And more than usual. That other one here. I'll backstab you on this level. I don't know if I can backstab you at all, actually. Very tall. Can't even reach that back. Yeah, I think I don't know smell the demon that well. Come on, I know there's more of you. If this area does anything, it's having these guys just keep showing up. What was the deal with its AoE attack again? Doesn't it do it at a certain stage of the fight? I feel like I should go and kill that great arrow bugger, but... fine. Ow. Why can't I backstab? I'd love to. Also, look at the kind of souls that I'm getting from this area. Oh, I hate this jump. Right, a giant sword. That's what it's referring to. Last point of business is this over here. Are you supposed to make that? Not fucking like that. Start running when I tell you to run. That's right, he sticks his sword in the weapon. It sticks his sword in the weapon, goddamn. Sticks his sword in the ground and I think if he leaves it there, it explodes or something? Okay, one last time for good measure. I could probably run past most everything here. I usually don't because I'm not so uncouth, but here I am being uncouth. It's not going well for me, this uncouthness. Didn't go well at all. I didn't want those souls anyway. I have to get to that boss before the end of the stream. I will not accept anything else. Sorry. Fine, I'll do you all in sequence like God intended. Could you stop running away from me? And not stab me? You do bleed damage, but it's so negligible that it matters. Definitely had enemies start disappearing when I came through here. Might as well kill all of them. Don't want them hassling me. Still want that item though. I don't even know what it is. The game is punishing me for being impatient. I don't know if I'm actually being impatient, but I certainly feel impatient. I keep walking too far forwards. Only I was using a great bow. I keep going for a backstab, doesn't work. Wish it worked. It's effigy up. It's too hot. Like, I realize the irony of saying that in this game, but also it's too. I'm gonna blame that on all of my poor performance, but it's not helping. How was I timing this so well before? Just wondering where you were. You were blending in with the background because you jumped down for some reason. Keep an eye on this strafing bugger, because I know you're trying to get a shot of me. Can I try and get this item again? Where the hell did you kill me? I thought I got him all. Getting hit by an arrow and a sword at the exact same time is bad, as it turns out. Do we have a change of pace? What are you using? You look like you might be trouble. But let's not. I've got a boss to get to. I need to get to it. It's probably gonna kill me, and that'll make me annoyed because it's taking so long to get there. I went too far forwards again. One. Two. Three. Eventually, I don't want to have to get to that point. 4. 5. 'Don't want you shooting goddamn arrows at me all day. I've made mistakes. I'm annoying. one at a time. It all be done one at a time. Just gotta be patient. No more trying to rush it. Got 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Might be a little worried. 'Cause I was covered. Camera's further back than I am. What are we on? 6? 7? 8? 9? 10? Where'd that other one come from? I guess there's another bugger hiding over there. Come on, number 11. 11. There's a lot of these buggers. I'll get the item. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. Not counting 17 and 18. I'll grab the item later. Fine. Now we have to win. Stab yourself? No, you just get fired. Stab him with the sword. Shit. I thought I would have made it through that second swipe. But I didn't. It's alright, there's still time. Start the count again. 1. 2. 3. Oh geez, you're closer than you normally are. 4. Five. 6. 'Well, that's a problem. Maybe I'll pull back a little bit. That's an NPC, but it's still troublesome where I am. Is that 7? Probably 7. There's gonna be another one. See? 8. You don't count as the number. What was that? 8? Then 10. 11. 15. 16. Let's just re-up this now. I've got nothing else to use. Really doesn't take long to get to that, does it? Halfway to the fight. I'm hungry. We'll know when stuff starts disappearing because this one's the first one to go. I'm still so tempted, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Maybe if I finish, I'll give that a go. 2, 3. I don't know how you missed me just then. It's well worth running all that way. Dark weapon should be running out. Yep. That's how precise the timings are now. Tell exactly when that's gonna happen. I don't even know what number we're up to anymore. Is that 15? Must be if we're up to you. It's like a golf shop. Can you get out of the way of the other archer? Not a crossbow. Or whatever then. Okay, here we are again. I should probably get a bit more fire resistance in me. Been happy. I can at least keep my stuff, that'll be nice. The wind-up for that is very similar to the swords. I would like to not be here. It's a similar sound to Artorias. We're running long. I ain't quitting here. Bugger the 2 hours. God, I wish they were disappearing by now. Just out of curiosity, I wonder if my does better against these fellas. Probably not. Test it normally and with dark weapon. It doesn't work badly. You only get counter damage with thrusting damage, so this can't be doing too badly. But I can hit people, so that's not that appealing. You end up with a lot of this armor. Doing attacks that are just out of range. Got that bastard. This is what happens when I don't keep count. It was surprisingly helpful. Bloodstains. I knew I was going to time that wrong. Is this the run? Moment I'm not expecting. I only poked you once. Why are you getting angry already? You gonna stab yourself? Yep. Takes considerably less damage during those animations. Should have poked it. Probably could have killed it. Actually, it probably would have taken two and would have gotten killed anyway. But I still feel like I would have felt better about poking it. My god, they're starting to disappear. But how many? Okay, not you. But apparently you. and you start. Eventually this land will be barren. And apparently you for some reason. And you. But not you. See, the counts are just gonna get ruined by this point anyway, because Lord knows what number we're actually up to. I could use some life. You're not gonna let me go. You will. It's very kind of you. Oh, don't move forward. Why do you have to move? Keep my life up a little bit. I can get this damage in before you get angry. I might as well. Probably stab yourself straight out. Didn't really wind up with that much extra damage, but I did not realize you were going to turn that much. Maybe I could stab in a different direction from the one I was rolling. I think this should do it. Oh, I did not realize you did a ranged move. I'll take it then. The end of an era. Let's rank a smelter demon, shall we? So I remember the correct order of buttons. That one. You're telling me, Pebs, you're telling me. So number 46? No, can't be like that. I feel like most of the problem with Smelter Demon is just how long it takes to get there and getting there. Because that area is, I don't think it's terrible, but it's a real pain, and you gotta keep your patience up to get through it every time. Because otherwise bad stuff happens. But the fight itself, I think the fight's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yes. My point exactly, Strider. Like, I would probably put the fight with the Smelter Demon above the Pursuer, at least. I don't know exactly where. My brain is completely fried now, so I don't actually... I'm not capable of conceptualizing that. I mean, it's not not a factor. But I feel like it's more... It's less standing out as being just terrible than, say, Bed of Chaos, because that's a very long run with absolutely no threat. And it's just a waste of time. At least this one, you know, the run itself isn't that long. You rack up a bunch of souls. You know, there's a use to doing this run a bunch of times. And eventually, the enemies will start despawning. So, you know, eventually, if you stick with it, the run becomes easier anyway. And then if it gives you that much trouble, you could just run straight there after a while. And even if you were asceting, I don't know what the verb is, using the ascetics on the bonfires to make it respawn, you could probably still be at the bonfire that's just past this. So you wouldn't have that much trouble getting back here anyway. Not as much trouble, I'm sure it's not without trouble. I don't know why you want to fight Smelter Demon more than once, but I'm sure you can have a reason for it. So yeah, I think Smelter Demon probably belongs somewhere up in the top 10. I might go so far as to say number 4. I'm willing to hear opinions. I don't know. Like, I think Alt Dragon Slayer and the ones above are definitely much better as, like, one-on-one duels. That run does kind of suck when... Yeah, I think you're right. I think I might go number 6. Oh god, I'm dragging it. That's not what I want. Go ahead and pop those down a bit. This one here, just so I've got the colour. Smelter Demon. There we go. That's done. I could just end here, but I'm not going to. Why is this frozen? Okay, it was just having some trouble. Thank you. I'm going to rate this up. I appreciate it. And this, because that's also true. I haven't been ranking any of these. Like I said, I could just leave there, but I have something that I want to do first. Also, I should spend these souls before I do that thing that I was talking about. I'll go and level up a bit. Then we'll go see if that sign's back there. If it isn't, then we'll cut it out. And if it is, how about we duel someone? Just for fun. I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
Bearer of see less.
I wish you could level me up without speaking, purely out of an efficiency sense. Yeah, 30 of both. I really did rack up a bunch of souls, didn't I? If you can keep getting your souls, then it's actually a pretty good place to farm, I'd say. God, I guess I start pumping dexterity again. Actually, before I put that last point in, I'm going to see... what do my weapons scale with? Dexterity and strength. It scales with dexterity. I guess I don't have my spear yet, do I? Also, I think I should be using this instead of my... this thing. It's lighter. It has higher... and it does better magic. Yep. Do I have a better chime? Is that a better chime? That's not what I want. I want... nope, that's not what I want either. Casting speed. Okay. So... oh. So I have chimes that would be more effective but slower. I haven't really been using chimes, so I'll equip that anyway. It's probably lighter. No, it's as light. Never mind. See if we can upgrade our weapons.
Oh,
Our weapons. Need a bunch more bone before I can upgrade that again. I'll bother upgrading those. Where is my lance? Did I already max out my lance?
I'll be around if you make it.
I did max out my lance. Never mind. Need to upgrade that then, do I? Let's pop a couple of souls. And get some dexterity in. Now then, let's see if we have a victory duel. I may have to hang around the area for a second or two to get it to show up, since I just walked in. But I kept putting it down, so I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up again. Can I go down here? Is there anything down here? No, I think that means no. Ah, there it is. They show up there or elsewhere? There, I guess. Okay, so far this is going better than I expected. Except for right at the end there, where he was on like 5 life. Oh well, that was fun. Last thing I'm gonna do, so I'm not gonna fight them again, is walk back to the other bonfire so I don't have to ever see this area ever again. I don't want to start out here again and have a minor panic attack at the prospect of going through all those buggers again. Okay, Strider killed it with a pun. That's where we're going with this. File.